Well, first of all, I just love the way, I play the nano webs, the 8020s, and I just love the way they feel and sound. And they sound particularly nice on my Gibsons. My other guitar, main guitar, is a Gibson J50. It's a reissue of a 62 J50. And they're just really, they're warm but present, crisp, and they stay crisp. I mean, all the stuff that Elixir advertises, I've kind of thought maybe wouldn't be so difficult to work for Elixir because all you got to do is just tell the truth about the product. So it's easy for me. I recommend it all the time just because I love them. I'll tell you an interesting thing. I mean, everybody says they last a long time.
Sure.
I had a recent experience where I did 5 weeks in Scandinavia in Germany. And before I left, I played 3 or 4 gigs, and they were kind of long gigs, and I just thought, well, I'm going to change my strings before I leave. And then I got real busy. I thought, well, I'll change them when I get there. But something came up, and I just hit the ground running over there, and I didn't change them right away. And then it became like, okay, after this gig, or after this writing appointment, or after this, teaching workshop, I'm going to change. I never changed them. I was over there for 5 weeks, and I never changed my strings. Now, they didn't sound like brand new strings, but they still stayed in tune pretty well. I mean, I don't ever test them that much. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I was shocked at what I could get by with, for how long I could get by with. I don't recommend that. Primarily, I'm a singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
I mean, I make a living largely from, well, almost entirely from touring and performing and, Bluebird Cafe type of one-man band stuff. And then I'm a songwriter too, so I make a living from other people recording my songs. And that together has sustained me, kept me in the biz, so to speak, all these years. Well, I started singing in bands in high school like everybody, But I moved to Nashville 30 years ago, and that was in the fall of '77. In early 1980, I started having some of my songs recorded by other artists. That first year, Roger McGuinn and Chris Hillman recorded a song, and they were the founders of the Byrds.
Of course.
And Levon Helm, drummer and singer with the band, they both did songs of mine that year, and it was like, oh my God, I exist in the same universe with these guys. This might work,
Oh, that's great.
So that kind of got me going, and I've had some record deals over the years, but really it's been being a writer and a singer-songwriter that sustained me. I'm just finished an album. It's not out yet. It's a collection of songs I've written that have turned up in movies and TV shows over the years. And the title song is going to be Never Saw Blue Like That. The name of the album is Never Saw Blue. I'm looking at a early fall release for it. Well, a lot of people are playing on it because it's some demos and some tracks I cut for the record. Depends on what I had. I wanted to do my versions of the songs that other artists have covered in the movies and some TV shows from serials to, the earliest thing I had was on the Captain Kangaroo show in 1978, for 4 years, starting in '78. That was a fluky thing that happened through a guy I met when I was playing in a bar, He was a staff writer for that show, but like Joe Cocker did a song in Miami Vice a long time ago, and then newer Sean Colvin in Dawson's Creek. And so I took my versions. If I had a strong demo, I'd use that. If I had a multi-track recording, I might remix it. Things that I didn't have something great for, I went in and cut. So just artists, musicians and singers from some famous, some not so, but too many to give credits. It's just going to be players appearing on this album.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's great.